Hey everyone, Greg here from Clickmatic. Just want to take a little minute here to show you what I call the 4 F's of local marketing. Okay, real simple concepts, but these could help you grow your business, or at least shore up those gaps where you may be losing customers or losing leads to your competition. All right, real simple. The first one stands for found. How are you being found? Okay, if you can't be found by your potential customers, then of course they can't choose you. So what are some ways? You could run ads, Facebook and Google ads. You could do SEO. You could take care of your Google My Business or Google Business profile. Okay, you could also do printed. Lots of my customers like to send out postcards or post or advertise their businesses in local magazines. All good and well. Okay, so you've got to be doing one of these things. Ads, in my opinion, are for more established businesses with money. Okay, because this costs a lot of money and takes a lot of expertise to get right. SEO takes a lot of money, takes a lot of time. GMB, much quicker, doesn't cost any money, and happens really fast. I think, for me personally, this is where you should be starting, and it's often all you need to do to become highly successful in finding customers. Now, if you found a customer and they contact you, we will enter the next phase, which is called funnel. Now, the funnel is all the ways that you engage with your customer, right from picking up the phone or answering a text or an email, etc. All the ways that you allow your customers to contact you so that you can start a conversation which moves you towards being able to write a bid. Okay, there are 2 main points here. The more chances you give your customers of contacting you, phone, text, email, Google, chatbot, the more chances they have of contacting you, the better chances you have of starting that conversation. But more importantly, how proactive are you at answering these messages? Too many phone calls are being missed. A missed phone call hardly ever gets called back. 85% of the time, a missed phone call, the caller has gone to the competition. Too many times, perhaps you get to the end of the day and you start checking your texts or emails. Those leads, gone. They're already gone on to someone else. No one's going to be patient enough to wait for you to text them back. They've already gone on to the next person that's going to answer them immediately. So the question here is, how quickly, how long does it take for you to get back to your leads? And how often, what percentage of the time are you answering the phone? If it's not close to 100% of the time, leads are leaking out of your business at a shocking rate, maybe more so than you realize. Okay. Let's move on to step 3, which stands for follow-up. Okay. Now let's assume that one of your customers has found you. They've contacted you, you've had a conversation, and you've been able to write a bid. This is a great position to be in. This is opportunity. Okay. How often are you sending out bids but not following up? All right. Not calling the customer. Hey, have you given the work any further thought? Are you ready to start? All right. It can take on average 5 times or 5 contacts, 5 follow-ups to win a job on average. If you're doing less than this, you are, again, missing out on opportunity. This is another area where your business is leaking leads, leaking opportunity. Okay. Now let's assume they found you, they've spoken to you, you followed up and you've won the work. This is great, but it doesn't stop here. The 4th F is feedback. You've done great work. The customer is satisfied. How often are you asking for a Google review of the work that you did? On average, customers will only review, without being asked, 15% of the time. Okay, whereas your goal should be to ask 100% of the time for a review. Why is this so important? A Google review builds your trust profile. Okay, makes it easier for new customers to choose you, and Google loves reviews. It will help your SEO. More importantly, actually, it will help your GMB more so. This is why I love the GMB, because if you can get feedback on your GMB will continue to rise to the top of search ranking. Here's a map, okay? So you get more customers. Now, pretty simple, but not easy. How are you going to be found? Do you have time in the day to answer every phone call? Do you have time in your day to follow up with all those bids? Do you have time in your day to ask for feedback every single time? The answer is probably no, unless you have an office manager or someone on your team that's dedicated to this work. If not, most likely the answer to your issue here is automation. Because believe it or not, it is possible to automate your GMB, to automate your customer conversations, to automate your follow-up, to automate the feedback process, which again will automatically feed into a more powerful GMB. This is possible. We can help you. I'd love to be able to help you. So get in touch and ask how. And I look forward to speaking to you. Thanks very much. See ya.